In a sport that never stops moving, even MMA junkies can struggle to keep up with all the latest headlines. If you missed any of Wednesday's biggest news, let us catch you up to date with The Comeback. Michael Bisping has been a key figure in the UFC for the better part of a decade, but a shot at the promotion's middleweight belt has eluded him thus far. But after a February win over Anderson Silva, Bisping believes that long-awaited title shot may finally be in the cards. Listen as he makes his case to MMA Junkie's Mike Bohn.
I think I deserve a shot. I've been around the UFC. This is actually my 11th year in the organisation. I've been a perennial contender. I've won 4 out of my last 5. I hold a number of records in the UFC. I'm a recognisable face. And I'll beat either of those guys on my night. I know I will. And not just that, I'll sell the fight. You know, I will get people interested in this. And I feel I deserve it. And Dana didn't disagree with anything that I said. So we'll see. A number of months have passed since that fight now, and the UFC haven't been in touch with a different fight. So, you know, I'm hoping that is going to be my next fight. I really am.
Swedish lightweight Reza Madadi is one of the most interesting and intense fighters on the UFC roster. On Sunday, at UFC Fight Night 87, he faces a man he considers a friend in Jan Cabral. But once they engage, Madadi insists all bets are off. Mad Dog believes he'll have a chance to put a famous Joe Rogan theory to the test.
This is not the BJJ tournament. This is UFC, and we don't use what do you call it? Gi kimono or gi? Yeah, we don't have a gi. We punch each other in the face, like I think it's the legendary Joe Rogan said. After one punch, you're not more a black belt.
Speaking of UFC Fight Night 87, Alistair Overeem versus Andrei Arlovski looks like a fantastic headliner. And Antonio Bigfoot Silva versus Stefan Struve should also be a barn burner. But if you're looking for someone who's maybe a little under the radar to cheer for on Sunday night, how about Magnus Siedenblad, who may have given MMA Junkie's Mike Bohn the most honest and absolutely brutal evaluation of his UFC performances that you've ever heard. Just don't tell Eric Winter, okay?
And was the most difficult part of that too, the fact that you were on such a roll? Before that, you had won 3 fights in a row, you were looking very impressive, and all that momentum kind of stopped.
No, actually, I think I look like I'm really, I'm embarrassed about my previous fight, all of them. I think I look terrible in them. When people ask me, you fight in the UFC, yeah, can I watch your fight? No, it's impossible, You can't watch them because I don't want people to see them. When I see them, I'm ashamed of myself, So this time, I'm really going to show what I'm capable of.
And that's The Comeback for Friday, May 6th. To read more on the latest news in MMA, including why Stefan Struve believes his UFC homecoming may finally be his time to shine, as well as to see who UFC fighters are picking in Overeem versus Arlovski, check out MMA Junkie.